Hello and welcome to my channel. This is a video where I show you how to make an oval jute rug. You'll need jute rope and I'll explain what that yellow thing is for. I got that yellow material at a market. The guy told me it's used in the making of rugs. What I do is I lay my rope on this yellow canvas like thing to stabilize my pattern. If I don't use it, then when I try to make the oval shape, it starts warping to one side, so it looks misshaped. So I want to make a 40 by 70 rug. So what I do is I measure 30 centimeters of rope across this material, and then add 40 centimeters around this rope, which will then make the longer side 70 centimeters and the shorter side 40 centimeters. I hope that makes sense. I then secure with the dressmaker's pins before I start sewing. If you know me, you know I was having tea while I was doing this. Make sure your machine is set to zigzag. I'll explain more about the zigzag later. So I start sewing on the right side, making sure that that part is securely sewn onto my yellow canvas. And once that's done, you'll see that I'll continue to attach the rope to itself with the help of the canvas at the bottom. About the zigzag, I've said in the past that you must set it to the widest possible, but I've noticed that some machines have very wide zigzags. Using very wide zigzag makes the rug very flimsy and not very tightly knit. So make sure the setting you choose is just wide enough and not too tight. So as I get closer to the 30 centimeter mark, I then turn and start joining the rope to itself. So here I'm just checking that it really is 30 centimeters, and then I continue. So it's a bit tricky at the corner there, at the turn, so you need to really push the rope together. It's a bit stiff and rough to push it together, but it's not impossible. You just make sure it's secured and the rope is pushed against each other, and adjust your machine accordingly so that your needle and the two parts of rope that need to be joined are aligned. So now as I sew going down, I am joining the rope together and also making sure it's attached to the yellow canvas material at the bottom to help me keep the rope stiffly together. I've tried doing this without the yellow canvas material, and after going round and round a few times, you'll start to notice that your rug starts to warp towards one side for some reason. I don't know how to explain it, but when I have that material at the bottom, I just needed something that was stiff enough to keep my rope from making its own pattern, keeping it in shape, and it doesn't have to be big, because once you have the pattern going, then you can do without the yellow material. So you really just need it at the beginning. And here we go again, the turn again, making sure that turn is secured very well You can go over it a few times just to make sure that you don't have any gaps where the rope is not sewn down. Once you get this going, this is all you need to keep doing until you get to the size that you want. So you just keep going around this shape, and even long after you've sewn past the little yellow guide canvas that you initially put there. So this is what it should look like when you start sewing. Like I said, all you really need to do is keep going. Now that the shape is secured, you can just keep adding rope to the size that you want. You just have to be able to calculate how big you want the rug to be. So let's say you wanted it to be 50 by 70 centimeters. You would have to initially lay down a rope of 20 centimeters, and as you sew around and add 50 centimeters around the whole rug, it will end up being 50 by 70 centimeters. I know it sounds difficult, maybe, but it's not. It's really not. You just know how much you want to end up with, so you initially lay a certain amount, then add to it. The rope comes in beige, but I did color parts of it in black dye, which gave me a gray finish. It depends on the color you're going for. If you want it to be dark black, then you add more dye. I get the dye from a local store, and I first dye the rope before I use it. It's much easier that way. I just wanted it to have like a few touches of another color, and I only dyed parts of the rope, so it's not all in one place, the color. But you can always, I'll do a video on how I dye the rope for those who are interested. And it's done. Very simple and very neat. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.